Okay, Chad. We're just gonna get right into this. We're gonna get right into the shits. You know why you're here? Well, actually, I wouldn't blame you if you had no idea why you're here. It's all good, all good. Um, I think we should be good. I really don't need to have a mouse and keyboard thing open. We can turn that off. Yeah, I think we should be good. So, welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you all again. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? It's nice to see you all. Oh my gosh. Hello, Shroom. Man, my big ass head is blocking like most of the donations or the chat. Hi, Shroom. It's nice to see you. It's been a very long time. Finally here after all this time. Let's see. There he is. Let's see if we can just move this down here. Perfect. Hello. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you, Shroom. I see you. It's been a while. Hi, Shroom. Thank you for coming by. I hope you know what we're doing. You do indeed know what we are doing, and it's going to be a wonderful, marvelous time. So, what we're doing is we're gonna watch this death battle between Ash Ketchum and Yugimoto. Shroom, I gotta ask you, who do you think is going to win a battle to the death between Ash Ketchum and Yugimoto? I already know who I'm rooting for. The match hasn't even started yet.
Said. I think Yugi.
Think Yugi, huh? Okay, that's fair. I would assume Yugi would win too.
Said. God cards, baby.
Gotta get them God cards, man. I loved. You know what? But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that it's true he has the God cards. I'm sure Ash has probably captured like a legendary Pokemon or some shit.
Said. LOL, like in my chat to talk shit.
Damn, my chat to talk shit. I have no idea what that means, but okay. You do you, boo. You do you. But here's the thing. Not even the God cards. The first thing I thought to myself, as a person who's read the manga, like season 0, as some fans like to call it, you know, the real Yu-Gi-Oh shit, you know, the back in the day type shit. Whatchamacallit? Why can't Yugi just mind crush Ash as soon as like the battle begins or the moment like some shit starts to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes more sense if he just raises his hand and just mind crushes, dude.
Said. LOL, like.
Nice. There isn't an echo, is there, Shroom? Because I know I finally enabled the text-to-speech thing that I saw in your stream. You know, I dry jacked it from you.
Shroom dazed.
Okay, said. Great. There's no echo.
No.
Wonderful. I'm glad there's no echo. I'm going to assume my mic is going through. A second. Yeah, okay, good. We're still doing that one. Still going through this microphone here that's in front of me and not my headset. I use my headset just for listening, but anyway, Shroom, I think Yugi should win. But the way these death battles go by this creator, they be having some very questionable decisions on who wins and who doesn't. And quite frankly, I don't know. It's very 50-50, but regardless, we're gonna play the video. I'm gonna full screen this bitch, and we're gonna see who's gonna win this shit. So, thank you very much for joining in. We are
Shroom dazed. Said. It's always almost the most popular character, but hey, they are interesting.
I mean, yes, that's almost entirely, yeah. I mean, fuck, just why am I doing this? Why am I fucking doing this? He said it's the elephant in the room, Shroom. It's the elephant in the fucking room. It's almost always the most popular character, not who's actually the strongest. And by that logic, Ash is going to like obliterate, pun kind of sort of not intended, Yugi. I was just looking for some kind of synonym for defeat, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
The biggest question from the playground: Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Who asked this? Like when you were a kid, who asked who would win in a fight between Yugi Moto and Ash Ketchum? No one ever asked that bullshit. There were two completely different shows, and man, whoever wrote this script, they was not cooking. They was not cooking with this intro. But I like to remind you, Chad, we are rooting for Yugi Moto.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Growing up, I liked both shows, but I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, like as I got older.
Big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
The fuck are we doing?
Go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm. It just launched. And
Is
it's
this
all
an indie
about
game?
action.
Collect companions and claim your throne as Vampire Lord in this survivor-like and roguelike RPG.
Okay.
Double the light.
That actually looks kind of cool.
Step on your journey to
Actually
wipe
looks
out
kind of cool,
hordes,
Chad.
Find new followers, unlock new quests, and look cool while doing it. Look at that gear.
Night Swarm is on Steam now and 15% off for a limited time.
I might check that game out. Wait a minute, they were sponsored? They sponsored Death Battle?
All the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon.
Let's read this. Let's read all this. He's age 10 for 25 years straight. He has been 10. Oh my gosh. But yo, we love Ash over here though. I ain't gonna lie to you. We love Ash. Ash, he's that guy. We love Ash. You know, we love him. We love him. We love Ash. I do love Ash. He's great. Okay, height. He's 4'7". That seems about right for a 10-year-old. It cracks me up though that he's been 10 for 25 years straight. I'm glad that they mentioned that. He's from Pallet Town. He's the champion of Alola and the World Coronation Series Monarch. Damn, I haven't been keeping up with Pokemon enough. I didn't know that. His key items is the Rotom Pokedex, Rotom Phone, Z Power Ring. That sounds like a Dragon Ball Z item. Z Crystals. You know what I'm saying? It's getting worse. The Dynamax Band, the Mega Glove, Lucarinite, and Rainbow Wing. Is he seriously gonna have all this bullshit in the fight? He likes Pokemon and Pokemon battles, training, catching, leagues, summer camps, contests, showcases, movies, races, ping pong, sumo wrestling, eating contests, and Poke Ringer. Also, whichever Poke Girl companion you watched growing up. Oh, he the most politically fucking correct fucking response you can give. Whoever's your waifu, yeah, that's totally who he likes back. That's totally who we like back. National Ash Ketchum Day is September 15th. This man has a whole day dedicated to him. I didn't even know that. I did not know that September 15th was National Ash Ketchum Day. I did not know that. Huh. The more you know.
Pokemon Master, though he didn't really know what that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu, and went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu.
I went, let me see. I can't remember. I was at least 5 or 6 for my earliest Pokemon memory. I did not know that Pikachu was a mouse until I was almost a damn adult. I just thought Pikachu was just his own thing. Like, no, he wasn't based off of no creature at all. He was just his own thing. I was almost in my 20s before I learned that he was a mouse, a type of mouse.
Was a lot.
This is a big ass mouse too. This is like a New York rat in terms of size.
The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
You said how fucking long?
Intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons.
25 seasons.
Jesus Christ.
Over 1,200 episodes.
Over 1,200 episodes.
Jesus Christ.
Damn. I mean, that makes sense. Pokemon has been around longer than I've been alive. So that makes sense. That adds up.
And the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a
The cornerstone of 2000s culture. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Like, it's funny. I was just having a discussion with my homeboy Marlon the other day. Like, what is, if the 90s penultimate anime of the 90s was Dragon Ball Z, what was the penultimate anime of the early 2000s? Like, you really gotta stop and think about that, because like there are contenders. There are certainly contenders. Like, damn. Like, when you really stop and think about it, like, if we're talking about strictly whatchamacallit, anime, you had obviously the big three. You had Naruto, you had One Piece, you had Bleach. In terms of sheer popularity, it was probably One Piece. I was more of a Naruto guy than I was a One Piece guy. I respect the two, but yeah, I was always more of a Naruto guy. However, when you really stop and analyze it and think about this, I would say that Pokemon, no, you can't even say, like, for the longest time I wanted to say that Pokemon was the penultimate anime of the early 2000s, but the first episode of Pokemon did not air in the early 2000s. Hell, they had their first movie in the early 2000s. In the year 2000, I think, actually. So, and in terms of like cornerstone, like culture, like I always thought maybe like Invader Zim. That's definitely not an anime. But like, I don't know. And you can't say like Yu-Gi-Oh either, because Yu-Gi-Oh came out in '96. So, I don't know. I'm wasting time.
Year-old on
I'm
the
not.
great
We're having a good
Pokemaniac
time.
journey.
We should note, we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Right.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon.
Oh, I didn't know
In a
that.
fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu.
It's been so long since I've seen Pokemon. We just we had a mutual falling out with each other. You know, I decided that I didn't want to watch it anymore, and they never acknowledged my existence in any capacity at all. So, you know, we just kind of split. The last Pokemon series I can remember. Okay, the last Pokemon series that I remember enjoying was Battle Dimension, I think. My earliest memory was Battle Frontier. Shit. The last Pokemon series that I remember watching was with Ash, Iris, and that one Butler dude. That was the last time I saw Pokemon. That was years ago, I'm sure.
Give the yellow red enough voltage and you'll regret it.
Let's see what Pikachu can do. All right, let's see. The GOAT, Pikachu. Electric type, resists electric and steel type attacks, can absorb electricity to power up, weak to ground type attacks, immune to paralysis, ability, static, physical contact may induce paralysis, because, you know, electricity, moveset, thunderbolt, agility, double edge, electro ball. We're not gonna read all of this. I could. As you can clearly see, I have reading comprehension, but we're gonna let those do this.
Immune to electric attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity.
Man, that man's nerve endings is probably fried. That's why.
Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt.
I'm not gonna lie, the editor was trying to show off. Like these effects, they look really cool, but like they never have these for most death battles. They look cool though. They look cool.
Perfect attack for outgoing flamboyant thieves and air balloons.
That boy Ash still better lose though.
Looks like they're blasting off again.
so clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow they used thunder
What
as a
the
super armor.
fuck?
He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, often for
This, like, we're just talking about Pikachu. Ash has caught so many fucking Pokemon over the years. And like the Death Battle host, like, said earlier in the video, look how long this video is. It's 30 minutes long. Are we seriously going to be including every single Pokemon he's captured over the years? I would assume so, because you'd also, like, to be fair, Yugi has a lot of cards. Man, it's going to be so interesting getting to Yugi's side, because, like, how are we doing this?
big damage.
How are
over
we doing
stalling.
this?
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're
Damn.
not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with Synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. I'm gonna win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't write the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as Infernape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Oh boy, he really thinks he's cooking right now. He really thinks he's cooking right now. This is all neat and dandy. This is all really great. But I'm really expecting these god cards that Yugi has to just, like, nullify all this bullshit. All this bullshit.
Ash had a fight.
You know what? Here's the thing. If he has Exodia, it's fucking over right there. The only way Ash is going to counter Exodia is if he literally, like, captured Lugia or some bullshit. Which I don't think he ever did. Like, he's interacted with Lugia. Like, the only thing that's countering Exodia is, like, Arceus or some bullshit. Like, you need a god to fight not only literal gods, but also Exodia. It's a little, like, speculative, like, which cards are more powerful between the Egyptian god cards and Exodia. I think that's a little debatable. I think in terms of lore, the god cards should be stronger. In terms of the actual physical game in real life, Exodia is stronger, because once you get all 5, you just instant win. That's like, it's like hitting 21 in blackjack. You just, it doesn't matter what else is going on. You hit 21, you just automatically win. You know, so what does Ash have? What does he have against Exodia and the god cards? Because that should be it right there.
Passion for reaching the top ASAP.
And another thing. Yugi has so many spell cards that like just be doing some random bullshit to like other people. Like this Pharaoh has cards that basically alter reality. Mans is almost a JoJo character with the amount of bull, especially like in the early seasons where they were just making shit up as they go. You guys remember when the Pharaoh used Time Wizard to age up the Harpy sisters and just made them all like wrinkly and old and barely able to move and shit? What if Yugi does that to Ash's team? What are they gonna do? They're either gonna be completely fine or they're gonna die of old age on the spot. What Pokemon is living over 1,000 years? You know what I'm saying? Literal god shit, man. If Yugi don't win this bullshit.
But Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Nice lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard.
While Solar Beam explodes on impact, it explicitly absorbs sunlight for its beam. And in episode 31, Diglett is said to pull its head underground faster than light speed. What? What? How do you duck from a fight so fast that it's faster than light speed? That's funny.
Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the
Professor Oak's Pokemon Holocaster is referenced by James in XY92 and XY5 and XY86. These episodes and segments are shown to be broadcast on TV, proving them canon. Okay.
Spirit World.
Oh,
Okay.
and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island.
Damn.
Catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash.
Damn.
This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can
Yo. That kid did what? That 10-year-old did what?
huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing.
All right. All right, Yugi, I'm not gonna lie. You better not get into a one-on-one fist fight with that man. He might pack you up.
Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home.
Yeah, that's exactly what. That's exactly what that man is for. Stepfather, right. You know, I heard from a reliable source that in the Pokemon canon, like certain people do be marrying their Pokemon. Now we're gonna leave it at that, okay? We're just gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Brother, this guy stinks! Oh, so
Sorry.
that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with
Hold on.
Oh, so that
Look at this face, son. What the fuck? What is this face? What is this? Who drew this? Whose handiwork is this? That's wild. That's wild.
That's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura. It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres.
Hey, yo. Shouts out to Lucario, man. Shouts out to the Lucario. Lucario was almost always my favorite Pokemon out of all of them. Out of all of them. Lucario. That's my fucking main right there. I always love Lucario. Shouts out to the GOAT. The GOAT, Lucario.
And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone when Ash accidentally caught 30
Click on
Tauros.
him.
And he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone.
There's so many Pokemon that should just squished and killed Ash by accident.
Greninja, Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes
What the
with a
fuck?
huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice
Lady
balls and
Arfoyle
jelly-filled donuts. They
said,
saved the world from Lysander,
Sorry,
who
I'm
tried
here.
Hey, Garnet! Woo! She's here! All right! The GOAT is here! Welcome, Garnet. Welcome. It's nice to see you, Garnet. Welcome, welcome. Everyone, shout out to Garnet. Shouts out to Garnet. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here, Garnet. We're only like 7 minutes.
Lady Arfoyle said,
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
trying to call you Baka.
I'm sorry. I have my my Discord behind my OBS screen right now. I could have put it on my other monitors, but yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Sorry about that. But hey, at least we're still here. At least everyone's here. We're only like 7 minutes into. They've gone over so much shit in this death battle already, Garnet. We haven't even gotten to Yugi yet. We haven't even gotten to the Pharaoh yet. They're still talking about Ash.
Said, enjoying the stream?
So
Hit the follow button or become a subscriber
Anyway,
to support the stream RN. Thank you. Glowing star. Lady Arfoyle.
I can't react
Said,
with you in a call.
Damn, I can't react with you in a
It's all
call.
good though.
Lady
I mean,
Arfoyle.
we're here now. We're here now, so we can just have a good time. We can just have a good time together. You know, it's basically all the same. But next time we can like just have like private like one-on-one or whatever, and we can just have fun. But you know, I figured since like it's been a while since I've streamed, like we might as well just try and have something on my Twitch and Kick and YouTube live timeline. So forgive me,
Lady Arfoyle
my queen.
said, okay.
Hill all life. They fought the giants. The Reggie kind, not the New York ones. Who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who
Garnet, they've gone over so much like stuff. Like they're mainly hitting a lot of the more popular, well-known Pokemon that Ash has, but like the like Pokemon has been around for so long, like I don't know how they're going to consolidate all the information that each Pokemon has regarding them and the ones that Ash has like actually caught.
fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon
30 minutes
and Kyogre.
started.
Yeah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blast Burn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, poor kids.
Boomstick, 4Kids weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Hide you,
the
Gengar!
fuck?
He hunts foes with G-Max
Ash had a Gengar? I had no idea that Ash had a Gengar. I love Gengar. Gengar's cool.
terror, or even swallows him up. I bet it
Lady
smells
Arfoyer.
nasty in there.
Ash
Said-
and Pikachu also scored a buff
Yeah,
with their
sadly.
Z move.
But it was OP.
Lady Arfoyer said. But it was op.
How was it OP? I mean, I guess like they literally explained it. Like I swear I'm listening, chat. I swear I'm listening to the video, but it's been a while since I've seen Pokemon. I didn't know that he had not only a Gengar,
Lady Arfoy.
but also
Said. In the series they made it op.
they made it OP. Bet. I believe you. I believe you.
Thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Hide you, Gengar! He hunts foes with G-Max terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into...
What the
10 million
fuck?
volt Thunderbolt! This rainbow lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fuse?
What in the Dragon Ball Z is going on here? What the fuck is going on with this shit?
With an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Not gonna
What? Bro, they jumped the shark. They'd be doing some
Lady
crazy
Arfoy.
shit.
Said. They made Ash busted in this series.
They made Ash busted. I mean,
Lady Arfoy.
he was
Said-
busted before,
It's not funny.
but like this is some grade A shit. Like I don't understand the grasp of what you're saying, Garnet. Like I'm hearing it and I'm agreeing with you. I believe you're telling the truth. But I probably
Arfoy.
still don't understand
Said.
the
He
magnitude.
didn't have to try.
He didn't even have to try. Okay, I believe you. He could have just had it on autopilot. He could have just threw out a Pokeball and said nothing else. And they probably would have, he probably still would have won. He could have just been auto farming on everybody. I believe you. That's
Lady
insane.
Arfoyer said.
That's insane.
Lady Arfoyer
Model is a poisonous
Said-
sniper, and
Yeah.
Solgaleo is basically the Sun God, a legendary Pokemon who's
Okay, no, he actually has a fucking sun god now.
Jesus Christ.
He actually has like a literal god.
Jesus Christ.
Ah, shit. I still think Yugi's gonna win because Yugi also has a literal sun god. But okay.
Sunsteel
Okay.
Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you
Stream
later,
elements.
Gary.
In fact, when Ash
Said-
and friends band together, they
Having
can
fun?
halt Dialga's
Remember
roar
to
of
follow
time.
Keith
And
_Gales.
Dialga literally controls the
Lady
concept
Arfoyer.
of time. Is
Said-
there a legendary Pokemon he
They just
hasn't
handed
befriended?
Ash
But it all
Pokemon.
started with Pikachu. So
They just
it
had
was
it.
gonna end with
Had him
Pikachu. In the
get
Tournament of
Pokemon.
Champions
That's funny.
and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free. 4 kids, let my boy win. Yes.
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed. Because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
If you want to travel the world like Ash or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threads for you.
The
This
fuck?
battle is sponsored by Quince.
You'll like this.
What
A
is
bunch
Quince?
of Death Battle staff have owned Quince stuff for ages, so we know it's legit.
Quince makes it easy to look sharp, feel good, and find gifts that last. From Mongolian cashmere sweaters to
What the fuck, man? Not skip.
Italian wool coats, Quince pieces are crafted from
Travel the divine hand.
Lady
Aliens?
Arfoyer
Nah, they were
Said-
gamers.
Egyptians.
If Ash wins, I'm crashing out on BS.
See, Garnet. You see, chat. This is one of the many reasons why I like Garnet. Highly intelligent person. Highly intelligent person. I love Ash. Ash is great. Good kid. Really teaches the young kids to always be nice to people, train as hard as you can and to thick it through wins and losses. But he should not be beating Yugi. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't. He shouldn't. Like, let's be honest, like, Ash has to come up with all of these strategies by his damn self. He's not stupid, but I'm not going to assume a 10-year-old kid can outsmart an Egyptian pharaoh that's over 1,000 years old. Like, come on, what are we doing? Yugi, like, legit has, like...
Lady Arfoya.
You know, he is... Okay, you know what? You're not that...
No, he is stupid.
Okay, I mean... Okay. He's average for 10-year-old. He's really smart in terms of battle IQ when it comes to... I don't know if I can give him that either.
Lady Arfoy.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't even lying, but like you kind of right. Like he's not the smartest kid.
With sorcery, these magical ceremonies punish dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz. They were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil, and in the modern day, Yu-Gi-Moto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did he know.
He's friends with Bobobo. I forgot about that. That's a deep cut. But shouts out to the GOAT, Yu-Gi-Moto. Love that shit. Shouts out to the GOAT, Yu-Gi-Moto, the winner, the soon-to-be winner. We haven't seen the death battle yet, but he better fucking win.
Know that completing the puzzle would link his spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so.
Damn straight.
Anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Whether it's griddle air hockey, Mario Party with chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm.
Dual monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life.
Garnet, I'm telling you right now, chat, I'm telling you right now, if you read the description for a lot of just vanilla Yu-Gi-Oh cards, OP as fuck.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how. Playing a children's card game.
Yeah.
For his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
Dream
The
days.
Millennium Puzzle does far more than
Said.
force hallucinations. It
Carrying
brings
his face, he
monsters
was
to
done
reality,
face with tears
pulls
of joy.
barriers, manipulates probability, and seals
He
away
was.
spirits.
I'm gonna assume you met Kaiba, by the way. I don't know who the hell Karina is, Shroom. And welcome back, Shroom. Glad to have you.
Can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by...
Let me see. Others have used penalty games at will to
Dream dazed. Said.
incapacitate victims,
Kaiba.
but Yami doesn't resort to them unless he wins a game or catches cheating. That's true. That does kind of invalidate my earlier claim of why doesn't he just mind crush Ash from the get-go instead of playing these card games and whatever with them. It is in character for him to actually fight him, but I don't know, the way that Ash be fighting,
Said.
it's
I don't know why
he
it
wants a
said
fair
Serena
game.
LOL and yeah, no prob.
You're right. You're both
Lady
right.
Arfoyer. Said.
It's a fair game.
He wants a fair game.
But it's a little weird because like season 1, Yugi used to be cheating like a motherfucker and he called it skill. I wonder if Ash kind of does that though.
Goes!
Despite Yami's
Probably to a much
retribution,
lesser
Yugi
degree.
wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and
Lady
some seriously
Arfoyle.
hardcore LARPing, Yugi
He
and
cheated
Yami
the
learned each
cheaters.
other's
He
shtick
cheated
and
the
made
cheaters.
dynamic duo.
With friends
Definitely.
Taya, Kristen, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Because Yugi had a great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have it multiply. With
I was gonna say Mirror Force, but okay.
the 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
You know, when you really think about it, like, depending on what Yugi draws, which, by the way, his Millennium Puzzle, its main ability is luck probability. Like on some Domino from Deadpool 2 shit, he always gets the card that he needs to win. It's always a matter of whether or not he wants to win, like 9 times out of 10. If Ash has the most absolutely busted fucking Gengar of all
Lady Arfoyle
time,
Said,
and
yep,
I'm glad you agree, Garnet. Shouts out to Garnet. And if Ash's Gengar does like the most OP blast ever, if Yugi just uses something like either Mirror Force or Magic Cylinder or some bullshit like that, like it doesn't matter how strong it is, Yugi will just reflect it or just. Is he gonna kill the Gengar if he uses Mirror Force? Like, what's gonna happen there? Incapitate, probably. You know, they get the little swirls in their eyes and whatnot.
Well, okay. Didn't know
There's no real
Yugi
limit
had
to
that
his
dog
spell
in
and
him.
trap
Push
cards,
him
is what
about
I'm
brute
saying.
force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning.
I fucking love Summon Skull. I love Summon Skull so much. Garnet, if you had a favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster, what was it? I'm just curious. And Shroom, if you're listening too, what was your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster? It could be like new, old, like whatever.
And the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast.
I did. I knew it. I knew they should have. I knew they should have.
said, Dark Magician of Chaos.
Ooh, that's tight. I like Dark Magician of Chaos. That's a W take right there, Guarded. I like that. I like that. I remember him. I remember him. I like that. I like that. I like that. Magician, Dark Magician of Chaos.
Georgia rewinds a local area of time, turning.
Let me see. Yugi gave Time Wizard to Joey. I remember that, but has used it in his deck, such as in the novel Automatic Giant. All right. As long as he has it. If he has the damn Time Wizard, then Ash is cooked. Like, there's so many reasons why Yugi should win. Dude has like almost unstoppable powers if we're bringing all of the Yu-Gi-Oh rules into reality.
Monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't
That's
have a
so
Yugi deck
tight.
without his right hand, Dark Magician,
Ooh,
and his
that's
apprentice,
tight.
Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder.
That's the fucking move right there. That's the fucking move right there. That's the fucking move right there. Oh man, the fucking moment. The moment Ash thinks he's gonna win, Yugi plays that one fucking card right there. It's fucking over. It's fucking over. I don't care what you have on the other team. If Magic Cylinder works the way it should work, he's cooked. He's done.
Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress.
Garnet, this gets worse the more I think about how the rules are set up, because let me tell you something. Let me explain to the people who might not know. Ash commands one Pokemon at a time. He's used to 1v1s. Yugi can have up to 5 monsters on the
Lady
field.
Arfoyle
Exactly, Garnet. Exactly.
Ash wins.
If Yugi can have up to 5 monsters on the field and also have up to 5 spell or trap cards behind all of those monsters, how the fuck is he losing? How the fuck is he losing? This doesn't even make any sense.
Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real world card game.
It does.
Yugi also has tons of spell cards.
Look at all these fucking, look at all of these things that are going to directly help Yugi win. Like, I need to get up out of my fucking chair just so you can see all the fucking bullshit. Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. And you think Ash is going to win? You guys think Ash is going to win? Nah, come on. At this point, who thinks Ash is going to win? Everyone in this chat, myself, Garnet, Shroom, the person listening to this VOD right now. We all think Yugi's going to win.
Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards like Pot of Greed, which lets him draw 2 more cards like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly.
I didn't even realize they were only talking about the spell cards. Now they moved on to the it's over.
Back at the opponent's
It's over.
life points.
And if his monsters and life points...
Garnet, if Ash somehow wins, I love to see how they just fucking how they bullshit their way through the explanation.
get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator.
It's already 2v1, Yugi and a Tim. Plus 5 monsters.
Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each
Freaky
other to
Friday
pick up
style.
on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped.
Dude outsmarted a literal mind reader. He beat the creator of the game that he plays at his own game. Are we kidding? Are we kidding?
Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
The king of
Only
needing that
surpassed
run
by
back.
Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This is like bringing 3 different loaded handguns to a fist fight. 3 loaded handguns and 10 feet. And 10 feet of distance. Like, come the fuck on, bro. Come the fuck on.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end.
Yugimoto is the only person I've known in my entire life that wears 2 fucking belts, and one of them isn't even around his fucking waist.
Or stop bullying Joey. But to claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And
This is a
later,
migraine.
Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning Magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
It's over. It's over. What are we talking about here? This is the extra credit. This is just extra credit. What the fuck are we doing, man?
But at the top would be the great evil god
Zork.
Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
Lady
If the monsters
Arfoyle
weren't real before, they sure
said,
were now. Everyone
if
has
Ash
soul
wins,
energy,
stream is over.
which manifests as Ka, or a spirit.
Man, we gonna ride it through if Ash wins, but let me tell you something. If Ash wins, then like Death Battle's credibility is gonna go from like 40% all the way to like 20.
Used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will duel monsters into reality.
Some bullshit.
Even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the card.
So he can metaphysically manifest fictional cards into reality. This is some bullshit.
I
Lady
knew it!
Arfoyle
He's been cheating all this
said,
time! He doesn't just make
yeah.
up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed.
Bullshit. That is bullshit. You cannot draw the card that you need by developing a skill. You have to be either stacking the deck or counting cards, okay? try taking that shit to a casino, okay? Try taking that. No, it's a skill that I developed. Like, nah, you get kicked the fuck out.
It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could
Lady
just
Arfoyle
decide I have a royal flush.
said,
The power of plot.
power of plot.
Yeah, exactly. The power of plot. Hey, Yugi, which one of those cards gives you infinite plot armor, my bro?
Every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name.
Atem.
Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon
Pharaoh
Harambe,
Aura.
the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of screw you, I win.
No good.
If Ash somehow, someway captured Arceus, which he never did, but if he did, there's your hard counter. There is your hard counter right there. Ash has nothing that would ever scratch this card. I forgot her name.
For Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's
Harakti.
multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and
Oh my gosh, upon relearning his name, Atem gained full control of the gods, including Harakthi. Should the situation arise, he can call on her power again. It's over. It's over. It's over.
his victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to
over.
be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay,
Damn, he's
could have
cut.
been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as the greatest duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem. Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
That man is so goddamn petty. He went to the afterlife for his rematch. You need to let that shit go.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
There better not be another
The Battle of
commercial.
the Millennium is about to start.
It is,
But we
there
wouldn't
is.
be able to make it happen without some help from our friends at Raycon.
That's all right. The combatants are
Boom!
set.
Done
We've
with
run
that
the
shit.
data through all
Over.
possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating
Oh.
this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible,
Yep.
we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It
Okay, so that means that Ash is gonna have more than just one Pokemon out. I mean, that he's gonna fucking need it. He's gonna fucking need it. Oh my gosh.
Let's fucking do this shit. Let's use the king of the goats. Who's the real king of the 2000s after all this bullshit? I like this intro here. That's cool. Oh, that's tight right there. That's tight. I like that. That's cool.
You okay, Pikachu? This 4-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. I set one card face down to end my turn.
Whoa. Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him off with quick
Looks
attack.
good.
Everyone else, back him up! Great job! Now, Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Space!
All right.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
We brought a
Them
ball.
all.
Bruh, if those bulls don't run over Ash.
Charizard, I choose you!
This motherfucker just summoned 4 monsters all at once. Yes, my boy! What the fuck? Oh, he's busting out the gods. He's busting out the gods. Oh, he's gonna win.
Partner.
He's gonna win. He's about to get that friendship boost.
I just need to believe.
Maximum aura!
Heart of the cards.
Come on, Yugi, let's go!
That Pokemon!
Haruxi, goddess of light. This is it. Magician.
It's over.
Burning
It's
magic.
over.
Haruxi, Joser.
It's over. He won. Yugi won. He made that boy see God before he died.
Let's finish this. Together!
Oh, that was tight. They better not. They better fucking not.
You activated my trap card. Magic Cylinder. With it, I'll send your Thunderbolt back to attack your life box directly.
Oh boy.
That was an awesome duel, Ash.
Man, you should have ashed him with blade or some bullshit. You just let him turn into stone.
KO!
Oh, fuck
my
yeah.
childhood. Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters.
We don't have to do none of that bullshit. We don't need to do none of that bullshit.
Said.
Oh my
Thank God.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Said.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Dash too easy.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I still gotta like update
Both
that.
Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
Oh my
Ash
gosh.
traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his mom.
Gengar's original I don't need to read this shit. He lost already. Gengar's original trainer claimed he caused this misfortune, but this is false. Gengar's only method of cursing is his cursed body ability. Atem can bend fate and even defeating an opponent with supernaturally good luck.
Monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was a legitimate like factor. Like, but you still have to get through all the monsters and spell cards and traps and whatever that Yugi would lay out. Like, he wasn't gonna throw hands with them. Otherwise, yeah, he might have maybe like won.
And lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
It's not that
So
close
it all
for call.
comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tier scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more psychic barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, bend fate to draw whatever card he wants. And we didn't even cover them all. Really,
Right.
Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
What? What does this say? An alternate version of Ash appears in Pokemon Masters EX, including such scaling wouldn't surpass Yugi's best feats. and would suggest Yugi should get Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Link scaling, which expands his options even more.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
As it should be. As it fucking should be. My GOAT won, y'all. My GOAT won. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that he won. He should have won. When they first announced the death battle, I knew he was gonna win. I am curious who the next people are gonna be. That'd be tight. That'd be cool
Lady
to see.
Arfoyle said,
Welcome back, Guarded. I'm so glad. Guarded, I give you my word as a man. I'm gonna have to update my streamer elements so you can type in all caps because I love the hype. We love the hype over here, Guarded. We love seeing
Lady
people
Arfoyle
get into it. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. We really do. We really do appreciate you. It's just I be streaming so infrequently. I be forgetting to update my streamer elements. But thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm very happy that that everyone's favorite
Death Battle will be
one.
back in 2026. But right now, you can check out our brand new channel. It's called Nightly Brew, and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Blood on the
I don't
Clock
care.
Tower, and
I don't care.
It'll probably blow up in our face. So check it out right now, and make sure to subscribe. Thanks.
There's no news on the next death battle. Okay. I mean, I don't blame them because like it's so kind of like later. Like they're done for the rest of the year. It's over. Like it's the 7th of December. I don't expect them to do anything anymore, really. And they should. And they should take some time off because honestly, Garnet, I thought the death battle was great. I thought everything was well researched. I thought the animation, shouts out to the animators. They did a great job. Everything looked cool. The editor they did their job. The battle music was great. And most importantly, the right person won. That's the most important thing, Garnet. The most important thing is that the right person won. I want to check out some of the comments. Magic Cylinder being the bane of people's existence, even in death battle. I love me some Magic Cylinder, man. Oh my gosh. Like it or not, someone's childhood is dying today. In loving memory of Kazuki Takahashi. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. He was great. You know, rest in peace. He was a legend. He was a legend and a good man. Thanks for crediting me, even if I have no idea what gameplay I'm being credited for. Yo, they put in a lot of just like footage from everything. It's nice that you got credited. You know, it's a big episode when you need not one, not two, but 3 sponsors to pay for everything.
Nightbit said,
I wonder.
The stream.
I wonder how many edit. Well, it's probably in the
Thank you, glowing star.
In the credits, like how many animators did they have for this one episode alone?
Back in 2026. But right now, you can check out our brand new channel.
Yeah.
And we're playing Dungeons
I don't
and
care.
Dragons, Blood on the Clock Tower, and other games that'll
Garnet, if you don't mind me asking, what you think of the death battle?
Check it out right now, and make sure to subscribe. Thanks.
Did they? Oh, they didn't display it. Maybe it's in the description. Holy shit!
Lady Arfoyle said, UG wins, all I care about.
Look at these credits. Like, especially like right here. Hot damn. Yugi wins, all I care about. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is the main thing that I cared about, but you know, shouts out to the people who went into making this, you know. You didn't hear me being this congratulatory and whatnot when we watched the Blade versus Buffy one. I was like, oh man, fuck this shit. We was both ready to crash out over that. I won't remind you. But Garnet, what I would really love for us to be able to do on stream, if you would like to stick around, I would like to watch the death battle between Clive and Dante, and then I think maybe Ghost Rider and Spawn, because I love Spawn.
Lady Arfoyle.
Spawn is my guy.
Sure.
Let's do this.
Dante versus
Woo! She's staying.
Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria.
Let's do this.
Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
Lady Arfoyle.
Team Clive.
Team
Hey, wait,
Clive.
wait. Garnet, you're Team Clive? Ooh. I'm Team Dante. This is a first. I think this is the first time we've ever been pitted against each other on a death battle. Well, Garnet, may the best character win.
It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm at a very bad disadvantage because Garnet knows both characters.
Lady Arfoyle
And
said, "Indeed, Clive wins."
I'm at such a disadvantage. I'm going purely off of fanboy energy.
Lust for power, and every day brings a new
Garnet's going off of pure stats and fangirl energy.
cataclysm humanity must face.
This
And
world
stats.
seems like the end.
Lady Arfoyle
Knowledge.
Devil Hunter like Dante,
said,
it's party
"If Dante wins, it's on hacks."
Oh, 100%. 100%. Dante has like absurd hacks.
from the son of the
Without a doubt.
demon Sparta.
If you
Dark Knight who
like, guys and girls, Garnet has played the Devil May Cry games. She knows how busted Dante can be. Like, his hacks are insane. Like, the weapons that he has, the abilities, you'll see it. You'll see it in the death battle. You'll see it in the death battle.
But then Sparta
You'll see it in the death battle.
died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons, and with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic
One of the most
energy,
crazy, wacky shit you ever see sometimes. Oh, he used the May in Zero May Cry. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, 40, 6'2", 184 pounds, age 40. I didn't know he was 6'2".
bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor.
And regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal. And Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks.
Look at all these fucking weapons. Look at all these. I bet you he doesn't even use all of them in the death battle. They very seldom ever do that.
Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and
Some of these items are going to be repetitive too. Like the Ifrit and the Balrog are like, they function basically the same. There's no way he's going to be like just switching between like some of these are just like swords. Like, is he really going to be switching from sword to sword to sword? I doubt it. I doubt it. And some of these are just like military guns too.
capoeira.
We'll see.
And a guitar. An electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, it shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
I think one of the biggest weapons that's going to help Dante, and I feel like it's not even going to be utilized that much, is going to be Pandora. Like, that box has like so many like different weapons inside of it. People don't understand just how broken that thing is. And if he has Yamato, which he technically should because he's used it before, like, he has like time and space manipulation with that.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother, something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally,
Garnet, have you seen the Devil May Cry Netflix anime? I'm just curious.
his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the demon.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Of stars, a universe
Lady
Mundus
Arfoya
created on a whim.
said,
Later, Dante
I have
one-shot
not seen it yet.
Haven't seen it yet. Okay. Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but 7 out of 10. Would watch season 2.
alternate future Mundus who had completely
Not
murdered
perfect.
the demon.
7 out of 10.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy. I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So,
According to the Devil May Cry 5 guide, Nero's arm couldn't regenerate because Virgil removed Nero's demonic power. He regained his power later and immediately regrew his arm.
Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line,
I feel like it's always, well, maybe not always, but I feel like it's very weak people that are just constantly chasing power. Just a thought. Just a thought.
he had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
I'm so glad that those boys are protecting each other now instead of always trying to kill each other.
An emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke.
Oh hell, not this again.
Battle is sponsored by Raycon. Keep your ears open. And
I got you, Chad. I got you. I got you, Chad.
sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria.
All right. Has spoilers for Final Fantasy XVI.
A man destined to be a dominant.
Let's see what he got.
To a mighty guardian icon.
I'm still rooting for Dante.
The Dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird said no thanks, and instead picked his...
Let's see. Full name, Clive Rossfield, age 33, 6 foot. He weighs exactly the same amount as Dante. Okay. Roles, dominant of Ifrit, Shield of Rosaria. Likes Joshua, Jill, Torgal, and theater. Dislikes Annabelle, discrimination, the guy from Tekken 8. Alright, man. I didn't even play Tekken 8, but okay. I always wonder what that final joke of the background character is gonna be. Didn't land so much for me.
But I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic.
What in the Elden Ring?
Teleport with Phoenix Shift and took down this beast before he was even out of...
Doesn't that look like an Elden Ring boss?
Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with...
This game looks like fun.
But it wasn't enough when Annabelle
I haven't played it.
betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Oof.
Someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit.
Some Godzilla shit.
A fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army.
Damn.
He'd spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was... himself.
Huh?
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world. Crystals and racism!
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically,
What?
anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon Lightning.
It would be so fucking cool if there's a spawn mod for this game. I'd be all over that game.
Lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow.
I'm like, god damn. Garden, your boy Clive, he got some heart. He got some shit. Your boy Clive got some shit.
Said.
Team Clive.
Look familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also terrific.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Clive can set himself aflame.
What'd that say? Press the 2 trigger buttons to accept the truth. That's almost as great as when. No, I'm not gonna spoil
Lady
things.
Artboyer
I'm not gonna.
he is hot as hell though.
Oh, he's. I know. I can see it, Garnet. He's clearly on fire, but it's not affecting him. No, he's indeed hot, but he seems to be accepting it very well. Seems to be just fine. That is what you meant, right? That is what you meant, right?
Lady
I'm just fucking
Artboyer
with you. I'd smash. That's fair.
Smash.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a W take, Garnet. That's a W take.
Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame.
This is a judgment-free zone.
Boost his abilities.
But limit break.
He's not a bad-looking guy, you know.
Limit after absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua.
Okay, I'm not saying you have to, like, you know, pick a side. But Garnet, do you feel the same way about Dante, just to a lesser extent?
He became
I'm just putting that out there. Only because, like, they're so comparable that they have to have a death battle. You know, I'm just saying. You know. I know you're Team Clive, but you know, I'm just saying.
Of the monster
Just ask.
Tormented him.
Make small talk.
His role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed.
Okay.
Surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
God damn.
Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of
Yeah, I get it. All right, he is kind of hot.
a powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom,
What the
then
fuck?
God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
Oh shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others.
This is some Aizen from Bleach type shit. How do you become so unbelievably powerful while watching your biggest threat slowly become stronger and then somehow, some way not know the fullest extent of their power? What kind of dumbass shit is that? Like, dumbass for the villain, not so much for the story, but definitely for the villain.
Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the
Like
course
that.
of just one fight.
Said,
So much so that
enjoying the stream?
against Ultima
Hit the follow
Edition,
button or become a subscriber to support the stream RN. Thank you.
a more powerful
Glowing
amalgamation
star.
of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Base form.
He became Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass, using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will. Clive killed God in a giant 99
Damn. He knuckled him up.
99 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
What? Wow, what a fucking full circle moment. All right. That's cool. That's tight right there. Series is basically named after him.
Your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off.
My God, I don't care for sports. Where's my boy? There's Garnet's boy. Where's my boy? All right, come on, Dante, bring it home.
Fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble. Leave now.
These are some stiff lip syncs.
Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it.
Let's rock. Fancy yourself a bard?
Nice. Man, they're going crazy with these particle effects, man. Ooh. God damn, he's giving him that JoJo's.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
When is this man gonna hit that double trigger? Ooh, that's smooth right there. I like that. Ooh, there he goes. There it is. Man, they going crazy with this choreography. Was he gonna bust out the Yamato? You know what, I just realized they're probably not, because I don't remember him bringing up the Yamato like that. Oh shit. Clive's probably fine. We haven't seen him transform.
Let's see what your monster can really do.
Yeah, see?
Devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
It's a little bit telling that Dante had to transform first, though. He still got another one, though. He's in a synth devil trigger form now. They went off planet. Look at these fireballs. This is amazing right now. Man, these animators are cooking. Oh, that's tight right there. I'm still rooting for my boy Dante, though. I'm sorry, Garnet. Come on.
Please. Just once. I need more. It's in a bag, Smokey. Jackpot! I need entry! Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh, motherfucker!
After a fight like this, God will be nothing.
Lady R. Foyer said, 2 wins for me.
Brandon, when you gonna take me to the casino? Miss Lady Luck, Cosmic Mama, when we going to the casino, okay? You 2-0 for predictions. Fuck! Alright, bet. Why? Why does he win?
Earned this title for a reason, lol.
Yes, you did, Garnet. But why? Why does Clive beat Dante? Dante is so hacks. He's been doing this shit for so long.
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and
Mundus and Ultima warping universes require demonic energy and magic respectively, again implying a match in speed.
through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers.
What the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing? What was...
Making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance.
Endurance? Garnet, I really need to see some shit because Dante has absurd endurance.
Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I don't know how I feel about that, Garnet, because a lot of times the Devil Trigger in Devil May Cry, like, the time limit is for gameplay balance, not so much lore.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's.
I mean, maybe, but that wasn't my main argument.
Can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is
Lady
everything.
Arfoyer.
While no doubt impressive,
Said,
Dante's healing has
accept
been
the
overcome
L.
in the past.
Except the L. I mean, Garnet, at the end of the day, like, no matter how much I bitch and moan about the outcome, it's not going to change the outcome. At least not in Death Battle's eyes. I accept it. There's nothing else to do. It's just, I'm arguing why, like, it's not sitting right.
Because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger.
I legitimately had something in my eye. I'm not crying.
From pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So for as tough
I'll cry later in the shower.
and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
All right. All right. All right. All right, Clive. I know very little to nothing about you outside of what Garnet has told me about you and this death battle, but anybody that can go toe to toe, blow for blow with Dante is indeed worthy of the title of GOAT. So, all right. Fair enough. Garnet. I reluctantly but inevitably accept the winner is Clive. I almost had Dante. 2 for 2. This has been a pretty good Sunday in terms of predictions for you, Garnet. I know that's for damn sure. Yeah. But oh man. I got, they say you learn more from losing than you do winning. So, all right, I'll accept what's going on. I can't change nothing. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy like that. So I can't argue from a source of ignorance. So I'll just say, all right, bet. Dante lost, Clive won. So I know you're happy with the prediction. Let me see here. Someone said no. Dante and Virgil aren't trapped in hell. Hell is trapped with Dante and Virgil. That's funny. I like that. Chill guy, it's just a doppelganger. He left the pizza hours ago. F in the chat for the doppelganger that died so Dante could still eat pizza somewhere else. What are we talking about? Like, I don't remember Dante eating pizza. He was like in the middle of the fight. People don't praise the animators enough. Tori and the GOAT. For real. The animation was goated. I hope he got paid very well. I like that animation that they did. Garnet, I'm just curious, which death battle did you enjoy more? Was it the Ash versus Yugi or Dante versus Clive? I should have asked that later, to be honest with you, because I feel like you might be biased in favor of Clive because it just happened. But if I'm wrong, like, by all means, don't let me, put words in your mouth, because I don't mean to. It's just a genuine question. I enjoyed both. Both are good. Both are very good. Both are very good. I agree with that. For me personally, I love both of them, but I like the Dante versus Clive one just a little bit more, only because it was more straight up hands, if that makes sense. It was more like obviously they were both fighting, but like they both have different pros and cons to them, because like for Yugi versus Ash, I felt like the biggest draw was scale. Like they had like damn near small armies fighting each other, like some commanders on a battlefield type thing, But and you know what? Like, don't let me put words in your mouth for anything, Garnet. But you and me both knew Ash was going to lose. Ash was going to lose that. So it was just a matter of like how cool is this animation gonna be? Dante and Clive, because we were literally on opposite ends of who we thought was gonna win, I think that added like an extra layer of like coolness to it. And I'm still accepting the L, I'm not a prude like that, but I think it was cool that I thought they were both cool, but I just like Dante versus Clive just a tiny bit more. If you want to chew on the results a little bit longer, by all means you can.
but I liked them both. I thought the animators cooked.
Said. At least we agree the Blade and Buffy fight was BS.
It was. The Blade, first of all, I liked how the fight between Buffy and Blade was live action, but what I don't like really is the actor that they got for Blade looks so young, if that makes any sense. Like, he does not, this looks like year one Blade, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like he doesn't really give Wesley Snipes, granted no one can really give Wesley Snipes energy, like nobody. I really love the way this bathroom looks like too. It looks so cool. It's very what the hell?
Said.
I think the idea was to have a young Blade. I mean, it makes sense, but young Blade is not typically what I think of when I see or think of Blade. I always think of like a guy who's like in his 30s, like late 30s, early 40s in terms of looks, because I know at the end of the day Blade is like 100 years old or something like that. But in terms of like who won, yeah, I greatly disagree with Buffy versus Blade. I thought it was cool that the fight was live action, because I thought it was either going to be, they seldom do pixel fights anymore. They very seldom do pixel like one-on-ones. A lot of times they do 3D fights, which I greatly appreciate, because I feel like it's just more visually stimulating to watch. I think they had to do like sprite animations when they were first starting out in Death Battle, because it was just a lot more affordable. Like, but now the Death Battle has become a much bigger thing. They can do stuff like this, where like they're doing live action. That's cool. I would totally be down for more live action fights, but the fights have to be accurate. And now that I think about it, we both did say, I think we both said that Blade was going to win, but Buffy ended up winning. Spoiler alert for those of you who didn't know. So technically, Garnet, you're what, 2-1? I'm just being petty. I'm sorry. I'm just being petty. I do not need to do that. I do not need to do that. But hey, I appreciate you stopping by, Garnet. Appreciate you very much. I don't think we're quite done. I still want to react to one last death battle before I call it a night. And that is the death battle between Ghost Rider and Spawn. If you don't mind me asking, Garnet, have you seen Ghost Rider versus Spawn? I saw a little bit of it. I saw a little bit of Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
Lady R. Foyer.
Nope.
Said.
Well,
no.
If you would like to stay and watch it with me, that would be super duper cool. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool.
Said. Enjoying the
Sweet.
stream.
We'll call it a night
I'm a subscriber
after we finish.
Thank you. Glowing star.
We'll call it a night after we watch Ghost Rider versus Spawn. And I'm letting you know right now, Garnet. I am rooting for Spawn completely. Like, full fanboying out. I'm gonna have a fucking problem if Spawn doesn't beat Ghost Rider. Let's check this out.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
The Spirit of Vengeance versus the Dark Angel of Armageddon.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I know a lot about Spawn. I know a lot about Ghost Rider. But admittedly, I know more. This is a hell of a freeze frame. I'm so sorry. This is a hell of a freeze frame. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know a lot about Spawn. I know a lot about Ghost Rider, but admittedly, I know more about Spawn. And quite frankly, I think Spawn's a cooler character than Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider, especially in recent years, like the way he's been written in comic books, like he shows up to job. Like he shows up to like make other people look stronger. Like, I'm pretty sure Spawn will be fine and he'll
Johnny
win.
Blaze has always been a man possessed, chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts. Possessed.
This freeze frame is hilarious to me. You know when you walk into like a bathroom and it already stank? That's what this looked like.
Chasing the thrill of certain doom by performing death-defying stunts, following the example of his adoptive father, Crash Simpson.
Until the day Crash lived up to his
Crash
name
Simpson.
and got cancer, heartbroken, and without enough Wampa fruit to save him, Johnny turned to the only thing that could, chemotherapy.
The devil.
Oh!
To cure Crash's cancer, Johnny sold his
To cure Crash's cancer. I know someone fucking put that in there thinking that they were cooking. There's no way that's okay.
soul to Mephisto,
I'm sorry.
king of the 8th layer of hell.
Only for Crash to actually live up to his name right after.
But instead of scooping up Johnny's
Damn.
soul, Mephisto had something else in mind. He bound Johnny to an instrument of divine wrath, Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance.
So Johnny Blaze lived up to his name and burst into hellfire. An undead skeleton biker with a sick-ass hug. The 5th scariest Nick Cage performance. The stuntman from hell. He called himself the Daredevil.
Sorry, Johnny, that name's taken.
Okay, then how about the Ghost Rider?
Sure, we definitely didn't forget that we named a character the same thing only 5 years earlier. All you.
The Ghost Rider was bad.
I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, if Ghost Rider really wanted the Daredevil name, he could just kill Daredevil and be like, no, I'm the captain now. But he won't. Real name, Jonathan or Johnny Blaze, 6'2". Why does that seem to be the magical number of today? Everyone's 6'2" or 6 foot. I'm glad he's 220 pounds. If he was 184 pounds, I was gonna say someone's copy and pasting the notes. Garnet. He's a former stunt cyclist, bound with Zarathos, the spirit of vengeance, former king of hell, fellow Ghost Rider alongside Danny Ketch and Robbie Reyes.
For Earth sinners and scumbags. He's strong enough to pull down skyscrapers,
Damn.
blow up mountains, and cause earthquakes that can be felt across whole countries.
Don't even think about fighting back. He can remake his whole body from the hellfire that engulfs him, making him immune to all physical damage. Only holy weapons that target his soul can harm him.
Ghost Rider's body is mystical in nature and not subject to ordinary bodily limitations such as fatigue. Attempts to tamper with his biological makeup have proven ineffective.
It's not just his body. His whole arsenal is hellfire. Ghosty can create anything he can think of, from an infinite stream of chains, a shotgun packed with fiery rounds, or a flaming missile barfed right out of his mouth.
Holy shit.
Life goals.
And he can imbue other objects with hellfire, such as his Hell Cycle.
Oh, this badass bike can outpace Thor's hammer Mjolnir, which can cross the universe in seconds.
Hellfire is a weapon in and of itself, whether shot out of his hands, raining down from the sky, or released from his...
His boner, Wiz. Get it?
I get it, because he mad bones. Funny guy.
And it doesn't just scorch flesh. Hellfire is so deadly, it can burn away your very soul.
This technique would be mastered by Johnny's successor, his own brother, Danny Ketch.
Oh yeah, Johnny's not the only Ghost Rider, and Danny was the first to master their most famous move. You know, the one that burns your soul to smithereens with just a look? The Penance Stare.
The Penance Stare inflicts upon its victims every ounce of pain they ever
This is the most death metal gothic shit ever.
wreaked upon others. Every cruelty, no matter how small or righteous, is reflected back. A biblical punishment.
Obliterating your soul.
Danny at the time had absorbed numerous spirits of vengeance to overpower Johnny. Later, Johnny proved to be Danny's superior in combat.
It even works on other Ghost Riders, like when Johnny and Danny got into a staring contest and Danny actually depowered Johnny.
Eyes are windows to the soul, so the Ghost Rider must be able to match his victim's gaze for the penance stare to work. Some people have survived it, like the Punisher supposedly because he didn't regret his actions, but it did work on him on other occasions.
I mean, that's not really how the penance stare is supposed to work, though. The penance stare is supposed to be like whatever harm or hurt that you've caused another person, that gets inflicted back upon you. You see, that's what I'm saying, Garnet. It's like, it's shit like this. It's weird retcons. Like, that's supposed to make the Punisher look badass, but like, it kind of doesn't. It makes Ghost Rider look like a tool.
Well, Johnny can adjust how deadly it is, and it doesn't necessarily have to kill you. He can use the stare to read minds, force you to confess info, or just show you the error of your ways.
Remember, the Ghost Rider is two souls in one body, with the kinder Johnny battling the demon Zarathos in a war of control.
Ah, classic Faustian bargain.
Why does it matter if he's battling for control? Like, if he's the spirit of vengeance and not the spirit of, like, I don't know, like wrath or something, then shouldn't he just ergo be good by default? Well, I guess vengeance can be bad. All right, whatever.
All the power in the world, but if you want it, it uses you. Because if Johnny gives in, the demon's full might will take over, and then everything is screwed.
Zarathos' strength is boundless. He can open up portals between dimensions, control the elements,
This artwork is so fucking badass.
penance stare an entire city, and fly all the way to Asgard, which is a literal infinite distance away.
He's manhandled some of Marvel's heaviest hitters, like Thor, World War Hulk, and Doctor Strange. Hell, Strange said Zarathos is a threat to all realms, mortal and immortal.
Damn.
Hyperbole? Think again. The Archangel Zadkiel said that the power of the Ghost Rider could threaten all of existence, and even bring down heaven itself.
Right before an army of Ghost Riders did just that. Yeah, an army. The spirits of vengeance are legion.
As far back as the Great Flood, humans have been bonded to the vestiges of God's power to
What
act
the
as his
fuck?
divine wrath on Earth. A sort of heavenly black ops.
Okay, wait, does that make Zarathos an angel now? Or is he still a demon?
Both? Neither? Despite being one of the greatest entities in existence, it's unclear. What we do know is that ages ago, Zarathos feasted on souls and battled Mephisto for rulership of his realm. Mephisto, ever the trickster, claimed victory and gained control of Zarathos forevermore.
Damn.
And so he could bond him to Johnny.
But Zarathos got his revenge against that big red bitch with another Ghost Rider.
That's more Eisen shit. Like, if you're in control of your biggest rival that almost usurps you, why would you ever let him out of his cage for any reason? Mephisto's just stupid.
Alejandra Jones. Bet you wish you had one more day to fix that hole in your chest, huh?
Comic book fan punching bag though he may be, Mephisto is unbelievably powerful. A battle with him could cause omniversal Armageddon. Fitting as his fight with Galactus rents the cosmos asunder.
Wow.
Galactus' fights can destroy all of Marvel's infinite multiverse. That's the kind of awesome power at Zarathos' disposal. Total cosmic annihilation.
So it was no surprise when Johnny went down to the underworld and took Hell's throne for himself, usurping the devil that ruined his life and finally grabbing destiny by the handlebars.
Scoring the total power of hell itself, plus a sick-ass upgrade, the Damnation Stare, which skips the whole every pain you've ever inflicted thing and just sends you straight to hell.
All right.
No shot.
As they say though, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Johnny began an obsessive crusade to capture all of Hell's escaped
Outsped Mjolnir, survived battling World War Hulk, used penance stare on a whole city, took a missile that would have destroyed the Angel St. Michael, fought the Avengers to a standstill, defeated Doctor Strange, Mephisto, Null the Living Darkness, and Zadkiel. Those are all really great achievements, and my opinion is still unshaken at all. Spawn is that fucking busted.
demons. But by using his new power to damn them to hell, he began absorbing their evil, feeding off of it, and it corrupted him. Once again, Johnny Blaze was a man possessed.
In truth, Johnny was just as trapped by Hell's power as he'd always been, and he needed Danny's help to pull him out of the darkness.
Though he gave up Hell's throne, the Ghost Rider continues his war against demons without and within, mentoring his fellow Ghost Riders in the ways of vengeance, always prowling the highways for the evil and the profane.
An unstoppable engine of judgment that, with just a glance, could make Galactus himself shit his pants.
Maybe one day he'll find salvation in the eyes of one of his victims.
'Cause they sure as hell won't find any in his. This battle is sponsored by Robin Hood Gold.
With Robin Hood Gold, you can now enjoy offered by Robin Hood Gold LLC.
All right, let's get down to the
Al
GOAT.
Simmons was one thing, he was a killer.
A lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army and the CIA's most decorated assassin, Simmons upheld democracy around the globe at the barrel of a gun, painting the third world in red, white, and blue, but mostly red.
Until his final fateful mission when, per his boss's orders, Al was fired.
The burning was only getting started because Al's immortal soul was on a one-way trip to hell.
Where he cut a deal with Malvosia, the big, naked lord of the 8th Circle of Hell.
By their pact, Simmons would be reborn a Hellspawn, a superpowered commander of Hell's armies, in exchange for seeing his wife one more time.
Oh, buddy, you're just asking to get monkey's pawed.
Al Simmons returned from the dead as a decaying zombie 5 years later.
He's
After
still the
his
GOAT.
wife had
The
already
GOAT.
remarried and had a daughter.
There, you saw her. Now get back to work, bitch.
Thus was born the undead warrior from hell itself, Spawn.
He's so 90s that he comes all the way back around to being the coolest thing ever.
Full name, Albert Francis Simmons. Alias, Lieutenant Colonel Hellspawn, Al the Sad Man. This is gonna be a sad day for Ghost Rider, that's what. 6'3", 400 pounds, former CIA assassin, bound with K7 Letha, a neural parasite, the former king of hell, and longest running independent comic book character. Oh baby, I can't wait till we get to the abilities.
Look upon his edge wizard and despair.
Spawn would violently defend New York's downtrodden, while slowly uncovering the full breadth of his demonic powers.
He's like a walking superpower encyclopedia. He can fly, teleport, turn invisible and intangible, move things with his mind, make force fields, control the elements and the weather, and even stop time. Speaking of time, he can fly so fast, he literally breaks into other dimensions and smashes time as a concept.
He can manipulate matter, shape-shifting his own body or transmuting other objects and people. He can even control and absorb your soul.
Wait, Wiz, if he can rearrange molecules and crap, why doesn't he just fix his uggo face?
Well, he tried to do that.
He did.
But Malvosia cursed him so that he could only make himself...
He looks like Adam Warlock. He looks like Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, it's petty trolling like that that gets you a throne in hell.
To be fair, Spawn can achieve a similar result with illusions and mental manipulation. He can read and control minds, implant and replace memories, or simply drive you mad.
Spawn can do all of this crazy shit because he runs on necroplasm. Basically, hell juice.
You're not wrong. Necroplasm is the energy that makes up hell itself. Al's undead body is composed of 400 pounds of it.
He can wield it like an energy blaster empowered by the sins of others.
Love that shit.
Spawn can absorb your evil and feed off of it. By simply walking on Earth, Spawn feels all of humanity's pain all at once.
He's even absorbed the sins of 8 million New Yorkers instantly, cleansing them of their evil.
Like Jesus?
Or he can do the reverse and make you experience the full weight of your own sins, feeling every bit of pain you've ever inflicted on others over your whole life.
Like some sort of penance.
Though Spawn's necroplasm comes with a catch.
Yeah, he's got a limited amount of the stuff, and it drains every time he uses his powers. If he runs
That
out,
doesn't happen
he's
anymore.
dragged back to hell.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Spawn can rely on his elite military training in hand-to-hand combat. He's even fought Batman to a standstill.
And as befits his past profession, he loves his big-ass 90s guns.
Though his greatest weapon is the sentient being he's genetically and spiritually bonded to, his cloak. Letha of the 7th House of K.
You ever
It's actually the whole suit. It's not just the cloak.
Wonder why his cape's red? Nope, well, now you are, and it's red because it's made from the apple Eve ate in the Garden of Eden. It's literally made of original sin. Oh, and also the souls of a million sinners, including every one of Hell's victims. Also a touch of vampire for good measure.
K7 Letha is constantly evolving. It can act independently to defend Spawn with an infinite stream of chains, transform into weapons, or drain people of their power. It is the most potent weapon Hell has ever created.
It even helped Spawn beat the primordial dark god Urizen, who can destroy and eat your soul with just a glare.
Except the souls bonded to Spawn acted as a buffer, allowing him to survive.
You'd think with an arsenal like this,
This is the most busted ass motherfucking superhero you've seen in a minute, I'm telling you.
that he'd be unstoppable. But Hellspawns have a weakness to holy weapons and can be killed permanently if decapitated by one.
Though Spawn has managed to survive this in the past. No, Spawn's greatest weakness is his own, how do I put this, stupidity.
So Spawn fought this angel lady, Angela. Great name for an angel. She had this dimensional lance that could wipe Hellspawn out of existence, and Spawn got it. But instead of, being cautious around a mysterious angel weapon that hurts him, he just had to push the big shiny button and activate it on himself.
And so, Spawn was forever destroyed, until he reconfigured reality to undo his own inexistence.
There we are, good as new. That has to be the first time we've seen someone accidentally kill themselves and survive.
On his quest as Hell's greatest warrior, Spawn has defeated a serial killer ice cream man, a demonic clown, and even his old boss remade by Heaven into an anti-Spawn. He's even encountered other Hellspawn.
Killing bad guys might seem counterintuitive if you work for a Hell Lord, but it actually just adds more souls to Malbosia's army. An army Spawn would have to lead in a war with Heaven that'd kill all of humanity.
Because the reason Malbolgia chose Al to be his commander wasn't that he was some great warrior. It was because Al had proven that he was the best at taking orders.
All his life and all his death, Al was nothing more than a hired gun.
But he knew it, and he would do so no more.
So Spawn marched down to Hell and ripped Malbosia's head off. With a scream so loud it echoed through all of reality, Spawn became the king of the 8th circle of Hell.
As king, Spawn is literally a part of Hell itself, gaining access to an unlimited pool of energy that increases 100-fold with every heartbeat. He's effectively omnipotent in there, and strong enough to challenge other Hell Lords like Mammon and Satan.
He got so strong, the only thing left was to finally resolve the war between Heaven and Hell.
But Spawn needed help from the being who created this god and Satan to begin with, the mother of existence, Gaia.
She wasn't cool with her kids being total assholes, so she appointed Spawn to be the universe's savior.
By eating the fruit from the Tree of Life, Spawn became truly divine, capable of battling God and Satan in a stalemate for eternity that extinguished all life on Earth.
And each of them are powerful enough to create and control infinitely sized universes.
Spawn broke the stalemate by letting God and Satan destroy him, only for Gaia to separate the two from the reality they threatened.
Then, just like that time with the Lance, Spawn respawned and recreated the Earth. Poof, good as new.
Finally freed of the weight of Heaven and Hell, Al asked to be reborn as a
Recreate the entire world, close all the dead zones created by God, tore a hole in the space-time continuum, survived and rewrote his own unexistence, stated to be the strongest Hellspawn, matched God and Satan in divine form, defeated Malbosia, Satan, Mammon, Urizen, anti-spawn violator. Ghost Rider has never done no shit like that.
human, but he knew in his heart he deserved to carry on his undead penance in perpetuity.
He's a creature of the 90s, Wiz. He won't be happy unless he can angstily brood over the injustice of his own existence.
Though if you threaten the alley he calls home,
Fucking aura farming the fuck out of this pose right here.
beware, because Spawn will turn whatever's left of your life into a living hell.
All right, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. I don't want a gambling addiction. I want some Spawn addiction.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for one hell of a death battle!
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Spawn better fucking win.
Nights like these drive me insane. Brimstone in the air. Something's coming. If it wants a piece of me, there'll be hell to pay.
Go back to the pit you squirmed from, Hellspawn.
Make me.
Why'd he lose necroplasm? He just jumped down. What the fuck?
If you care, it's nothing personal. Vengeance calls.
Wow, he's losing a lot of necroplasm for no reason.
Sloppy, you fight like a bum.
You've earned your damnation.
Oh, okay, that's better. Holy shit.
Welcome to hell. I'll be damned. Yes, you will. Get over here.
Guys, see what they did there. Get over there. I'm not gonna lie, Zerathos might give him some trouble.
The vestments of the holy cannot disguise your wickedness. God forbid.
I don't even know if Spawn needed to go this far. Oh, fuck.
Simmons, your sins are innumerable. I am here to wreak
Oh, shit.
vengeance upon your soul. I eat sin for breakfast. Have a taste of your own goddamn medicine.
What the fuck? That blood-curdling scream. He ripped the Ghost Rider out of that motherfucker.
It's like you said, nothing personal, asshole.
I knew it. I knew it.
Damn! Literally. This was a nail biter of a
Lady
bad
Arfoyer said. So reverse Uno.
Yes. Garnet, I'm not gonna lie to you. You scared the shit out of me just now. That text speech came out of nowhere. Yes, he straight up reverse Uno'd that man.
battle that pitted Ghost Rider's immeasurable power against
Lady
Spawn's skill
Arfoyle
and versatility. Let's
said,
break this down into 4
I'm
categories.
First up, power. Divine Spawn could match God
I'm glad you got a kick out of that, Garnet.
and Satan, who could create universes. Similar in scale to Ghost Rider's bouts with a lot of the powerhouses in Marvel.
But Zerathos was different. Remember, his power can match that of Mephisto and Galactus, who can threaten all of Marvel's infinite cosmic reality, far greater than any cosmos Spawn has ever affected. Even though Spawn's battled and defeated Satan in more recent comics, implying he's retained a level of power similar to his divine form, he couldn't match Zarathos in power alone.
Ghost Rider may take power, but remember, Johnny actively resists Zarathos' influence, so Spawn may have had time in the fight to learn and adapt to Ghost Rider before he went full Blue Fury.
And Spawn definitely had the edge in skill. He spent decades in military combat and is a master martial artist, whereas Johnny more so relies on his invincibility.
The ultimate dream power for a stuntman, even with his...
Johnny Blaze once claimed only God can destroy Ghost Riders permanently. However, as shown in Ghost Rider Volume 281 and Ghost Rider Danny Ketch number 3, separating a spirit of vengeance from their host is fatal to the former, regardless of God's involvement. Oh, I didn't know that.
Crazy powers, Ghost Rider was a lot more direct than Spawn, pretty much entirely focused on attacking the soul.
Which doesn't bode well for his versatility. Spawn can stop time, manipulate matter, turn intangible, control minds, warp reality. The Ghost Rider had a much more limited arsenal by comparison.
Yes.
Spawn had a huge advantage in this category.
Though with his invincibility, way greater power, and the ability to scorch your soul to nothing, Ghost Rider could score the win through brute force, right?
Not exactly. The last piece of the puzzle is their resistances. Basically, who was harder to kill. Spawn's
I'm not gonna lie, I would have thought that they'd be dead even for resistances.
constant mainlining.
Spawn has also twice survived the fourth layer of hell, which subjects the soul to its own sins like the penance stare.
Of humanity's collective sin and pain meant he could survive attacks on his soul, including the penance stare, just like he resisted a very similar attack from Urizen.
Best of all, remember the time he rewrote reality to undo his own inexistence?
There was nothing the Ghost Rider could do to overpower that. And that time with the lance wasn't planned, it was purely instinctual. He could replicate it any time he wanted, like in his fight with God and Satan.
So how do you put Spawn down for good?
What the fuck is this?
Well, you can't. At least Johnny and Zarathos could.
Unlike how Ghost Rider's soul has been vulnerable to attack before, like when Danny used the penance stare to depower Johnny.
This sort of thing actually happens a lot, even in recent comics.
Fisto claimed stealing Ghost Rider's soul would be difficult, but only through trickery. In Ghost Rider 06, Danny stole spirits of vengeance from Ghost Riders worldwide, including Johnny. Johnny's soul has been stolen by Moondark and Centurious.
The whole reason Johnny and Zarathos are bonded in the first place is because Zarathos' soul was manipulated by Mephisto.
And not only does Spawn have plenty of experience manipulating souls, he can replicate the effect of the penance stare itself.
And just think about that. A penance stare on Zarathos would mean he's feeling the pain from every penance stare that he's ever done.
Damn.
A penance squared.
The damnation stare, on the other hand, actively helped Spawn, sending him to hell where he gets a literal infinite power boost.
And it wasn't just Spawn's soul powers that had spelled trouble. He had other ways to bypass Ghost Rider's
Sending Spawn straight to hell was like giving the murder weapon to the murderer.
mortality too, like transmutation, rewriting reality, or just straight up stealing his powers, which has worked on multiple Ghost Riders in the past.
Giving Spawn the final edge. Zarathos was almost unbeatable, a massive power advantage, soul destruction, immortality, but Spawn could counter everything thrown at him. And
so basically Spawn, like I knew this from the get-go, he has more hacks. Ghost Rider is far stronger and they have matching speed, but he's incapable of killing Spawn. He's less versatile and vulnerable to being separated from Zarathos. Spawn is more versatile, can regenerate from anything Ghost Rider does, has multiple ways to bypass Rider's immortality.
Was too unkillable for Zarathos' strength advantage to matter in the long run against his crazier abilities.
That was one hell of a fight, and at least Johnny went out in a blaze of glory.
The winner is Spawn.
Next time on...
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I did not mean to click on this again. Yo, that was fucking great. It was great. It was a great palate cleanser. It was a great palate cleanser of watching my Go Dante die to Clive. I'm glad. I knew Spawn was gonna win. Motherfucker's OP as shit. I don't even think Superman can beat Spawn. Yo, I think the only person that can beat Spawn is probably like maybe Goku. And even then, I really gotta think about that one. I really gotta think about that.
Said.
At least you got one win. Garnet, I got two. You and me both said that Yukimoto was gonna beat Ash Ketchum. So I at least got that. You're still ahead of me. Especially because I didn't hear who you said was gonna win between the fight between Ghost Rider and Spawn. I assume that you were just gonna sit it out, which is fine, but I don't know. You didn't give any predictions throughout the fight, so we can say that you're ahead. You know, I'll be generous. I'll be nice and say that you're ahead. I set out for that one. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Did you enjoy the death battle between Ghost Rider and Spawn? I thought it was pretty tight. I wasn't expecting them to do like half drawn, half sprite. I thought that was different. I was cool with it. It looked cool.
Lady R. Foyer.
I did enjoy it. Well, that's good.
I did enjoy.
That's good, Garnet. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. You know, I'm glad that you enjoyed the death battles, and hopefully you also enjoyed the stream, because I'm calling it a night. That was a lot. I appreciate you coming through to the stream, and everyone, shouts out to Garnet.
Lady R. Foyer.
Thank you so much for coming through.
I had fun.
It was so much fun.
Said.
It was so good. And it was a lot of fun. I greatly appreciate everyone coming to the stream. I appreciate everyone watching the VOD, sticking through to the end. Hopefully you got some laughs. Hopefully you learned a thing or two that you can take with your friends. And shouts out once again to Garnet for coming through to the stream. Shouts out to Shroom for coming to the stream. Shouts out to you, yes you, the viewer, listening to this VOD and watching it with me. I appreciate you all, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, the rest of your afternoon, the rest of your evening. We are out. Appreciate you all. Thank you.